Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia. I post new videos every Thursday, primarily on Tumbler tutorials, but I do a bunch of other things too. So when you're done watching this video, jump back on my channel and check out some of the other things I've done. All right, so this week I am doing a gift tumbler for a sort of coworker who is retiring, and she is a big Eagles and Phillies fan, so I thought this would be really cute to do this up using some new stuff that I've not used before. This is baseball tape that I ordered from Amazon, and I've got some vinyl here that I picked up from, I think it's Heat Source. I'm gonna list and link everything down below, but it came in this huge bundle with like all of these awesome vinyls. It's like a mystery bundle pack or whatever. So, and this is, you know, a really simple, good beginner cup. And I made a few mistakes that I'm going to show you how to fix. So if you're interested to see how I achieve this look, stick around and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I am working with a 20-ounce skinny straight, and I think this one's by Stainless Steel Depot, but if you like Makerflow, I do have an affiliate link down below. All right, so as you saw, to prep this cup, I sanded it. I wiped it with 91% alcohol, spray painted it matte white, and now I'm going to apply my glitter using a spray adhesive. So there's so many different ways that you can apply your glitter, and I just decided, I came across this spray adhesive that has been sitting around for a while, and I figured, you know what, let's just use this up. So I do my first coat. I roll it on the paper to kind of flatten it out. After I do my second coat of the glitter, I am going to take it outside and seal it with a gloss clear spray paint. You can use Krylon Triple Thick, you can use Rustoleum, whatever you feel works best for you as far as that goes. So once that dries, I do 2 coats of that. And the reason why I spray seal the glitter is so that it doesn't move around when I'm applying my epoxy. I mixed up 25 mLs of epoxy, and on this layer, I am using a quick set. You don't have to use a quick set epoxy. You can use a normal 8 to 12 hour set. It's completely up to you. But, you know, if you want to move things along quicker, quick set is really, really good. I use Counterculture DIY's quick set, and within 2 to 3 hours, this is going to be ready for another coat. And I will do 2 coats of epoxy on this before I move into my vinyl and tape work. So I put a good even coat on. I do it with a gloved hand because I can feel it better. You can do it with a silicone brush. It's completely up to you. I do not have nitrile gloves. I do have like these vinyl gloves because epoxy doesn't affect my skin in any way. But if you're allergic, then the nitrile gloves are probably a must. All right, so once this is got its second coat on, I'm going to wipe that with 91% alcohol, make sure my fingerprints are not leaving any grease or anything like that. And then I am using this tape. It is baseball tape that I picked up on Amazon. It's like super cute, and it is perfect for those baseball cups. So I decided to go up and down with this one because I'm going to put the Philadelphia Phillies logo on the other side. So you can wrap it around, you know, and split it in half. You can try to, you can't really curve it because it's tape. So really just up and down or diagonal or whatever is really what's going to work. So just beware when you do this, do not put this on a matte surface because you will see the clear in the tape part. So it's like water slide. So if you're familiar with working with water slide, we put it over a glossy surface because if you don't, then you're going to see the clear part, and it's not gonna, you know, like blend in when you put your epoxy on. So treat this like you would a water slide and make sure it goes over a glossy surface. That's why I did it over epoxy rather than just doing it over. Oh, and you know, like don't sand it and put it on. So if you have to sand your cup, that's why I did the 2 coats of epoxy. If you have to sand your cup, make sure you put some sort of gloss coat over it before you do that. All right, so here are the vinyls I'm using. I'm using this metallic blue, a matte sheen red, and this white is not from that pack that I talked about in my intro. I got it from something else and I can't remember, but it's like carbon fiber, but white carbon fiber. So it's got sort of this textured look to it. So I have this vector that I pulled off of the internet, and I split it so that, you know, the white was the white, the red is the red, and the blue is the blue. I don't have a video on how I did that. It involves contouring in Cricut Design Space, and so that you can layer these up. Maybe once I'm done with this, I will show you how I did that. Probably not necessary because you would use your own team, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I'm done with this. All right, so you can see that I am just peeling the paper back after I've got my transfer tape on there, and I put the blue down first over top of the white, and now I am doing the red over top of the blue. And that's how I layered it up. I layered it up using my eyeballs. I didn't do any special like little marks to line up. Then once I got these layered, the back piece is one solid piece, the white. So I'm going to pull this up and place it down like you would a regular sticker. And I'm not going to use the transfer tape because it's a big piece. So I don't need to do that. But if you feel more comfortable using transfer tape, that's completely up to you. I just chose not to. So I'm just going to place it in the center of the back side, opposite of the stitching, or what looks like stitching tape. And I had a little problem with a piece, this little, like on the Liberty Bell, there was this like little tiny sliver, and it had separated, and I put it down separately. And so you'll see what happens later on. So after I put this on, I did not seal it with anything. I went right in with a coat of epoxy, which I put 15 mLs on this. And again, I used a quick set epoxy, but you can use whatever your favorite epoxy is or your regular set. Again, you know, this is a matter of preference. I'm not telling you have to use quick set, but for me and moving it along, it saves some time. So make sure you get a nice even coat on there. I always torch for bubbles with a kitchen torch afterwards. I don't try to pop bubbles with a heat gun. That really moves epoxy around more than it pops the bubbles. I find that the kitchen torch pops bubbles better. And then some people even have like some high tech like propane torches that I don't use that. I just use this little kitchen torch. All right, so after I get that coat of epoxy on, I don't know if you can see, but there's that little doohickey, and there's another little spot to the right. So what I decided to do is I am going to, it's like a piece of lint that got there with where the spot that I'm doing now. So cover your projects. I didn't cover my project, and a piece of lint got in there. So I'm using this little Dremel tool. I use this a lot. I absolutely love this. This is my go-to. And just lightly sand that down. Now with this piece, this little vinyl piece, I'm going to take this completely out. So I'm gingerly going in with like the edge of the sandpaper barrel thingy, and I'm getting out all of the vinyl because the one piece lifted, and so I can't just I can't press that piece down. So what I have to do is I wind up printing a whole other blue section just for one little piece to place in there. And I know it's kind of a waste, but I didn't know how else to do that. So that was how I was fixing that problem. So you can see here I am weeding out the blue. Like I said, I printed the entire section again, only for a teeny tiny little piece, but it was so worth it because it worked. And so that's how you can fix a vinyl mistake. So if something got lifted, you can, if you sand it down and it removes it, you can just remove the little the rest of it and then place another piece down. So I don't know if it would work for like bigger sections, but for this tiny little sliver, it actually worked really, really well. So I just picked it up with my craft knife and placed it on, pushed it down, and I am going to show you what I do to avoid that happening again. So I wipe this whole thing down with 91% alcohol, get all my fingerprints off. Now I'm going to take some UV resin and I'm going to go over that little sliver piece. So I put a little dot there, and then I grab a brush, a paintbrush that is, and I just kind of dab that on and get it all over top the entire piece. And then I will cure it with my little light here. And then once it's cured, I'm going to go in with my, what I hope is my final coat of epoxy. So I did sand down any little nicks, you know, or sharp pieces that were sticking up around the edges. I didn't show you that on camera, but that's what I did. I mixed up another batch of epoxy. This is 15 mLs of my regular set epoxy. That is what I'm using for my final coat. And that is it for this cup. This cup is done once this is cured. So after this sets for 8 hours, I will be back with my final remarks. All right, guys, this cup is done. And so, yeah, I ran into a couple of little vinyl issues, which were easy to fix. So that is it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up. Also,
make sure to like and subscribe.
Good morning. Make sure to like and subscribe, share, comment. I love to hear your feedback. All those things help my channel to grow. Also, it doesn't cost you anything to do those. And don't forget to check out my Facebook group. It's a crafting, as well as my Instagram. And don't forget, Glitter Makes It Superstars group, where they have fun giveaways every Sunday. All right, I will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.